It's been almost a year since Russia, Ukraine have been on conflict side. There has been a full-scale war that has been going on, and what has been the take of different European nations who have been in the neighborhood of this war? We are joined by Ambassador of Poland in India, Ambassador Adam. If you could talk from the perspective of Poland, how this war has changed situation on ground for Poland, its people, its economy.
So 1 year ago, Russia invaded Ukraine. It was unprovoked and unjustified aggression against an independent country. Russia broke the international conventions, international law, and from the day one, Poland and other countries of European Union condemned this aggression with the strongest possible terms. And we have been helping Ukraine from the day one. We have a few millions refugees from Ukraine. We also send them humanitarian aid and also military help of weapons and ammunition, and we help them together with our allies to fight this Russian aggression.
Okay. So, sir, in this century of 2020, year of 2022, this war has started, which is now in full scale. Now we are getting reports that tanks are being supplied, fighter jets are being anticipated from other NATO allies to Ukraine. So, how long do you think this war is going to go from here onwards? Because in last 1 year, we don't see any strong diplomatic negotiations happening, which may have resulted in some sort of truce.
So the only possible outcome of this war is that Russia withdraws all the forces from occupied territories and pays the reparations of this war, but nobody will return the lives of these people who were killed by Russian army, because the Russian army committed many war crimes. The evidence is very clear for that. So Russia should pay all these contributions for that, and withdraw all the forces from the occupied territories, and the territorial integrity of Ukraine should be restored. And we are helping them. We also helped to evacuate Indian students that were escaping from the Russian aggression. Around 6,000 Indian students went back home in the operation made by the government of India, Operation Ganga, and the Polish authorities and Polish society helped to evacuate them. And we have also a few millions of refugees from Ukraine, also from other nations like from India. The citizens of third countries also evacuated through Poland and the bordering countries. This also generated global problems because Russian aggression caused the global inflation, energy crisis, food crisis, and all the possible negative effects that we can imagine. And this aggression should be stopped, and Russia should withdraw its forces.
So talking about this whole aggression, which has created global crisis in terms of food, fertilizer, and fuel shortage, the impact has been on entire world of this war. And how do you see this happening for people or for countries who do not have much of a stake in what is going on between Russia and Ukraine, but they are getting impacted with the crisis that is happening in Europe?
The only solution is to restore the international order and to stop this war, in the sense that Russia should withdraw all the forces and pay the reparations. And then once the world order would be restored, then everything would return to normal, and the world will slowly recover from all the bad things caused by Russian aggression.
Okay. How do you see India's role going forward? Because India has been a stakeholder. India has had good ties with the Ukrainian side also, Russian side also. In fact, there has been regular exchanges at the highest leadership level between the two sides. So do you think India has any role which can help have this whole war or conflict going down and going to pacify both the sides?
Poland and other countries are in constant contact with India, and we are discussing these issues. We are presenting our position. We are presenting what Russia is doing against the civilians in Ukraine, and we are presenting this to all the countries. And we support Ukraine. We stand with Ukraine.
Do you think India's role in this whole conflict, how can India help, bring down the tension and bring two parties on the negotiating table? Do you think India's role, or Prime Minister Modi may, because he has been in touch with both the sides, so maybe, how, do you see any scope of India working around a peace deal between the two sides?
So the only peace could be obtained by preserving the full integrity, territorial integrity of Ukraine and paying the war reparations made by Russian aggression against Ukraine. And it will happen at some moment. But first, Ukraine has to fight the aggressor, which will happen, and we are helping Ukraine. We stand with Ukraine.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.